Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and do a very quick playthrough of Marvel Champions. And tonight what we are doing is a variation of the Risky Business Encounter set. So this rule was set up by the Alter Ego Chronicles website, and they made a rule to make it a little more difficult, so we're going to try that right now. Basically, the rule is if Criminal Enterprise ever gets to 6 counters on it, and we have to put a 7th on there, we lose. So now, in addition to dealing with Norman Osborn and his nonsense, we have to make sure that he doesn't complete his plan too much. So the deck I'm playing tonight is Shuri Leadership. It's effectively a sidekick deck with T'Challa, because right now that's my favorite deck to play. In regards to the custom rule that I told you about a moment ago, I am going to put a link to the blog post about that in the description, and I'm going to try to put on the screen every so often just a reminder of what the rule is, so we have that to deal with. All right, I already, for the most part, set everything up. Hostile Takeover, however, starts with a 2-threat on there, and nothing too crazy happens until it pops, so hopefully we can do it without it. So before the game gets started, I am just jumping in from the future to let you know that there is a point in the game where I realize I have been playing some particular cards wrong. Basically, the cards side by side. In order to be played, you have to have Sidekick on your ally. But I did not have Sidekick on the ally at the time I tried to play it. So there is going to come a point in the game where it's going to go a little off the rails. Not greatly. I'm going to try to reset everything as best I can because I forgot at the time where the points were at. But I'm just going to jump in right now to say that right now. Hopefully this does not affect your opinion of the videos, and I will catch myself later in the future. All right, so now back to the past. I will take care of you guys later. Going up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so I have a Clawed Strike, Vibranium, Strength, Inspired, and Suit Up. Okay, I can deal with this. Alright, because I don't have any allies yet, I'm going to get rid of Inspired, and I'll get rid of Clawed Strike for now. 1 and 2. Okay. I have multiple suit ups in the deck, so I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. So I will discard suit up to play Queen Ramonda. I will discard Strength to play Ingenuity, and I will go ahead and discard a Vibranium to play the Elephant's Trunk. And Alter Ego action, exhaust the Elephant's Trunk up to 2 other Wakanda allies and or supports I control to draw a card. You know what? Let's go ahead and see what I can get my hands on. So I will exhaust the Elephant's Trunk and Queen Ramonda, so that's 2 cards. 1, 2. The 2 I did not want to lose right now. Okay. But I will go ahead and exhaust Ingenuity and the Camellia Beads to play Panther Claws. I will exhaust Shuri and search, use her inventor action to search the deck for a Black Panther or tech upgrade and put it into play. So I'm going to do the suit. And she will go ahead and flip to alter ego form, but she can't do anything, which is fine. And we will straighten everybody. Draw 5. Endurance. On the prowl. Ironheart. Power of leadership. And T'Challa. Okay. Kind of what I want. Alright. So, hostile takeover goes up by 1. Norman Osborn. When Norman Osborn would attack me, instead place an infamy counter on Critical Enterprise instead. And then my bad card is going to be Private Security Specialist, who has guard. Not great, but I can deal with it. Alrighty. Then I'm just going to go ahead and I'll drop these 4 to play T'Challa down. I will exhaust T'Challa to do 2 damage to the Private Security Specialist. And then I'll do his hero response after he uses the basic power. Resolve special on a Black Panther upgrade I control. He'll do the Panther Claws. I need to move that at some point. And Shuri will thwart this down to 1. And she will use the Panther Claws as her response, so would deal 2 damage to Norman Osborn, but instead it just comes off Criminal Enterprise. And I think I will go ahead and use the Elephant Trunk and Queen Ramonda's action again. Draw 2 cards. Hopefully we'll get something that Ingenuity can pay for, and I do. She'll exhaust Ingenuity to give T'Challa a reinforced suit, give him 2 extra hit points, make him more valuable for later. And everybody will ready. Now I'll draw 6 cards. Oh, forgot to put a consequential on T'Challa after that first attack. Alright. So, hostile takeover goes up to 2. If I can stop dropping dice, it'll go to 2. Then Norman will scheme for 2 more. Put it on 4, plus his boost card of 5. I'm sorry, not 5, no boost. I mean, it does have a boost ability on there, but no extra threat, so it just stays at 4. And the bad card is the Goblin Glider. Oh, okay, I can deal with that. Because now the Goblin Glider is on Norman for a while. Which weirdly makes no sense, but I ain't tripping. It just sounds stupid. Alright. This time I'm going to do the Elephant's Trunk Gambit. I'll exhaust Elephant's Trunk, Queen Ramonda, and T'Challa to draw 3 cards. Another command team, a suit up, and a side-by-side. Oh, this is good. I can deal with this. Wonderful. So I have a side-by-side, a suit up, a command team on the prowl, suit up, Claude Strike, command team, Vibranium, and side-by-side. Okay. Shuri is going to exhaust do the Inventor ability and get Black Panther or Tech. Damn it. Inspired is not Tech, otherwise I would have gotten that. So I guess I'm getting Spider Bites and putting that into play. I should have specified that when you do the inventor, it just reduces the cost by 2. Not whatever you get is free, just whatever you get is reduced by 2. Okay? So Shuri will now flip up to hero form. And I'm going to use a oh no, I'm dumb. No, she's not going to flip yet. Before she flips, she's going to use a Clawed Strike and a Suit Up for 2 resources. To play Suit Up, twist my deck for an ally, set deck and discard pile for an ally and an upgrade that can be put on that ally, and add them to my hand. I am absolutely getting inspired for the... Do I want to do inspired or do I want to do sidekick? We'll do... No, I can wait on sidekick because he's already got 2 extra hit points. So I will get inspired and I will get Moon Girl. Add them both to my hand and shuffle. Now she's going to go to hero form. All right, and I will exhaust Ingenuity and a Vibranium for a total of 3 to play Moon Girl. Okay, no, I need to go back on that again. Nuts. So she will use Ingenuity and the Vibranium to play Moon Girl because she's a genius on her alter ego side. Now I can draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Then finally I'm going to switch to hero form. Man, I've messed all that up. Alrighty, then I'm going to spend a Power of Leadership. Gives 2 double resource when playing for a leadership card. To play side by side. To ready my sidekick, ready my hero, and choose an action. Either heal 1 damage from both characters, or both characters get +1 thwart and +1 attack to the end of the phase. I am going to heal 1 because I want him to stay alive as long as possible. Okay. So T'Challa is going to thwart for 2. Actually, he will not thwart yet. Before he thwarts, I'm going to spend a command team to put Inspired on him to give him +1 thwart and +1 attack. Now he's going to thwart, so he thwarts for 3 total. I will not use his response this turn because I don't want to knock Criminal Enterprise yet. Actually, forget that noise. No, we are going to use that ability. So we will use Spider Bites to deal a damage to the villain. And his force, whenever Norman would take any damage, remove that many counters from Criminal Enterprise instead. So now Criminal Enterprise is at 0 counters. And whenever this goes to 0 counters, we flip it to State of Madness. Because Norman Osborn will now flip to the Green Goblin. And when he flips, deal 3 damage, 3 indirect damage to us, okay? So first, let me put the counters on State of Madness, then the 3 indirect damage. Yes, Shuri will take all the damage on that. And finally, T'Challa gets 1 consequential damage for his attack. Okay, now Shuri is going to attack the Green Goblin for 1 damage. Whoop-de-doody, 1 damage. But she will now use her Panther Claws to do 2 more damage to him for a total of 3. Moon Girl will also attack for 2 damage on the Goblin, bringing that to 5. Should I side-by-side or... Yeah, side-by-side is more damage than White Wolf. Okay, so I will play On the Prowl and side-by-side for 2 resources. To pay for side-by-side, ready my sidekick. To ready my hero. And both characters will get +1/+1. All right. So now T'Challa will attack again for 2, 3, 4 damage on the Goblin. And 2 more because of the Panther Claws, bringing him to 11. All right, and Shuri will attack for 1. No, she will not attack for 1. She will thwart for 2, bringing that to 0. And she will use her Panther Claws to deal 2 more damage, bringing him to 13. I have a command team and a White Wolf that I cannot play, so I'm going to leave those be for now. And I will keep Aldar the White Wolf because maybe I can bring him in next turn. Everybody will ready. I need to get rid of this in the face. So White Wolf is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, oh, yes, wonderful. Just what the doctor ordered. All right, so the villain phase now. So hostile takeover will put 1 threat on. The Goblin will attack for 3, 4 with a boost card. Moon Girl will block that. So 4 plus nothing. She was going to die anyway, so sorry, Lanella. And bad card is Payoff. Comes in with 2 threat, and will give us more encounter cards at the end during the villain phase if we leave it be. All right. So the cards I got last turn is Heart of the Panther, yay. Ajadana, even better. Clarity of Purpose, Reinforced Suit, and White Wolf. All right, I am going to exhaust Ingenuity for 1 resource to play Ajadana. Yeah, it makes the most sense. All right, I'm going to get rid of Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of Reinforced Suit for 1 to play Clarity of Purpose on Shuri. Now I'm going to move these down a little bit so I know where that is going forward. Attached to a friendly character. Hero resource, exhaust to deal a damage to a character to generate a resource. Okay. So I will exhaust clarity of purpose to gain and deal a damage to myself. To gain a wild resource and the White Wolf and play Heart of the Panther, which is their team up ability. So search my deck and discard power for a Black Panther upgrade and put it into play. Then resolve special ability on up to 4 Black Panther upgrades I control in any order. Alright, so it is not in there. I don't remember discarding it, but apparently I did. Here you are. Camellia beads. Alright, now we resolve all 4 abilities. Or up to 4. Actually, I'm going to resolve, where's it at? Vibranium suit first. Move a damage from myself to the villain. So that brings him to 14. I may discard this card to give my hero a tough status card. I will. Since I'm about to deck out, I think I will go ahead and do that. So Shuri now has a tough status card to work with. And Green Goblin's at 14, which is his max. So he's going to flip to his stage 2 form. So Green Goblin stage 2 now at 18 damage and 4 indirect each player. Oh, Jesus. Alright. So luckily, it was a good thing I gave myself the tough card because he'll eat all that damage. Alright, so that was 1 upgrade. 2, remove 1 threat from a scheme. I'll remove a threat from you. And the side-by-side should have gone away. Then I'll do the Panther's Claws, deal 2 damage to the Goblin. I can discard it to deal 3 damage to him. I will not yet. And finally, I will use Spider Bites to do another damage to the villain and each minion. There are new minions in play, so yay for me. And I forgot how much health he had before I picked up the dice. Oh no, he had no health, so. No, he did have health, so I did this. Then, oh yeah, so 2, 3 damage, okay. So did Camellia Beads, did the Panther Claws, did the Spider Bites, and discarded the suit. Alright, so that's 4, so Heart of the Panther is out of play now. I'm going to, not that, use Ajadana to put the Vibranium suit back into my deck. And Shuri will exhaust to take 2 threat off, payoff, get rid of that. And she will use her response to do 2 more damage to the Goblin, bringing that to 5. T'Challa will attack for 2, 3 damage to the Goblin, so 8. And he will use the Panther Claws to deal 2 more damage to him, so bringing that to 10. And yep, so that was that, and he takes a second consequential damage. Alright, and Shuri will flip down the alter ego form. And I will use Queen Ramonda to heal Shuri for 3, for her, excuse me, exhaust Queen Ramonda, heal damage from an alter ego with conjure trait equal to that alter ego's wreck. And so she heals everything because talking to your mother makes you feel good. I completely agree. Shout out to my own mother who's on vacation right now. I will see you when you get back, Mom. I love you. There's no point in using this right now. All right, so I'm just going to ready everybody up. Let me draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get an extra bad card because we decked out. And 6. I think barring any nonsense, we're going to probably blitz Green Goblin down and get him done this turn. All right, so I have the Vibranium Suit, an Energy, a Sidekick finally. I just thought about something. Hold on. I couldn't have done that side-by-side nonsense because I'm not a sidekick yet. I screwed that up. Okay, then here's what we're going to do. He probably attacked at least twice. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I'm going to give him back 9 health because I screwed that up. All right, so this game is going to take a little longer than I wanted, but you should attempt to play it right. Actually, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and pop him to full health just to make things fair. All right, so hostile takeover. We get a threat on that end. Force interrupt for the Green Goblin. When he would scheme, we just remove a counter from State of Madness. And 2 cards. I'm sorry, 1 card now. So first bad card is Private Security. I can't attack, whatever. And second bad card, Hired Gun. When revealed, either choose to give the villain the face down boost card or place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. I have no choice but to give him a face down boost card. Because there's nothing on Criminal Enterprise. Okay. All right, so first things first, I'm going to exhaust Ingenuity to actually make T'Challa my sidekick. I forgot the whole point of this damn deck. Bad Derek. No, she will not use Ingenuity to play sidekick. She will instead use the Vibranium Suit to do it. Because I have 2, 3 to play Moon Girl, to bring Moon Girl back out. And because I used a 3 mental, I get to do 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right, so what I could do is those 3 for the reinforced suit. I'm sorry. These 3 to play White Wolf because threat seems to be under control. Side by side to play Wakanda Forever. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. So we're going to come back to that decision point. But for right now, I'm going to exhaust the Elephant's Trunk and Queen Ramonda to draw 2 cards. Oh, yeah. And I got Inspired and Heart of the Panther. I should have told you that. I will then exhaust Aja Adana to put the Vibranium suit back in. All right, now let's have a conversation about what we can do. All right, so I could. White Wolf is not that important this turn. So what I could do is reinforce suit and Inspired to play Heart of the Panther. Oh, okay. This is fine. I can deal with this. All right. So that's the play. All right. So I use these two to play Heart of the Panther. Double energy resource to play side by side. And White Wolf to play Wakanda Forever. All right, that is the play, yes. All right. So everybody come back up. I'm sorry, so he straightens up. All right, I will play these before we even go that far. I want this guard to die so I can actually do some damage. All right, so he will exhaust to do 2, 3. To the private security specialist. And he'll resolve spider bites to deal damage to everybody else. So 1 to you, 1 to you, and 4 to you. So you're dead. Yes, now we're going to go ahead and try to blitz down the Goblin. All right, so Shuri's going to exhaust for a, yeah, we'll do a damage on the Goblin to bring him to 2. And she will use Spider Bites to put a damage on each villain in play, the villain in each minion. So he's now up to 3. Now, Inspired and Reinforced Suit for 2. We'll play Heart of the Panther, go into my deck and get the Vibranium suit out. Now resolve a special upgrade on 4 Black Panther upgrades I control. So we'll do Spider Bite, so 1 to you and 1 to you. So the hired gun is gone. Move 1 damage to the enemy. I don't have a damage to remove, but in the event that things don't go my way, I will discard this card to give myself a tough status card. Did you? I'll do you and put 2 damage on Goblin, bringing him to 6. And finally, I'll remove 1 threat from the scheme. All right, so that's done. Then I will discard White Wolf. No, I will not do that yet. I'm going to have Moon Girl attack him for 2 more to bring him to 8. Now I will use White Wolf to play Wakanda Forever. Resolve the ability on each special, resolve the special ability on each Black Panther upgrade I control. So I'll do Spider Bites to put a damage on him. Bring him to 9. Use Panther Claws to put 2 damage on him. So he's up to 11. And Camellia Beads I can't do anything with. All right, that's fine. So now Heart Panther gets discarded. I will spend 2 energy to play side by side. So ready my sidekick, ready my hero, and choose one. I will give everybody, I will give them both +1/+1. So 2, 3, 4 damage, bringing to 15. Then I will do Panther Claws, bring 17. And what the heck, I'll just go ahead and discard Panther Claws to kill him. Alright, and that is game. So looking back on it now that the game is over, I did not screw up as bad as I thought I did. I thought I had played side by side like 20 some odd times, but it turns out I only played it twice incorrectly. But it was still enough that it needed to be noted. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave it the way it is, primarily, because while preparing to actually upload this video, I happened upon a YouTube creator who basically just said something along the lines of, keep your mistakes in, especially when you're first starting out, and you can see how far you've come. So it was a fun game, even with the mess ups, and I did annotate as best we could on that end. But like I said, I am going to keep these in here just for future reference and hopefully to encourage everybody else, like, hey, you're going to screw up. It's okay. Just keep going and you'll get better at it. All right, now back to the last minute or two of me talking. So thanks again. So what did we learn? I really like that variant rule. I wish it had come into play more, so I'm going to go back and finish reading the article and see what else it might have been in there to make it more difficult, because it was still pretty easy once you get built out. And even with the screw up I did with the original rules at first, this still wasn't that much of a problem. But I like the idea, so I'm going to keep going with that. All right, so with that being said, what I am going to do is I will, like I said earlier, I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the blog post that talks about ways to make risky business more difficult in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is a new venture for me, but something I've always wanted to do was have a YouTube channel and do some videos like this. So again, I really do appreciate you guys. And I will be back with another challenge as soon as humanly possible. Probably sooner than, I don't know when the next one is, but I am going to do my best to get to a regular-ish schedule. So either way, thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see y'all on the flip side.